Hey guys, and how's it going? Maniac Mower here. We're going to be doing something different here today. We are going to be working on a starter. As you guys know, or I think I've talked about it on the channel before, the 73112, the starter on it has been going out, and I finally got around to taking a look at it today, and I found out the gear had come off. I will show you. The gear on the starter had broke. This is it. I think this is it right here. As you can see, this will pop right out of here. This piece on here, see if I can get it to pop out of there for you guys. Show you what exactly happened. There we go. That piece right there goes on the starter shaft. It's got some gears. It's got a threading in it. That goes onto the starter shaft and it grabs onto it, and that's what turns over your motor. This broke off of this piece right here. This is still good. It's just missing that, so I can't use it anymore. And that's what's been causing the starter not to engage. As you can see right here, that is the threads I was talking about. And I had a little bit of ambition go through my mind, and I thought, what if I ran upstairs and I grabbed another starter from the Horde, one of these older ones, and see if we can fix it or not. This is one off of a K301, I think from 1975, and right here's the brushes. As you can see, I've already pulled the starter gear off of it because I was going to put it on that one, but I thought, well, if it's going to do the same thing that one did, then I'm not going to bother. This, I messed with it and it had a bad bearing in it, and I pulled this off to see if we could fix it or not. And I ended up running upstairs and grabbing this one. This one has a good bearing in it. I think this one has good bearings in it, so we're going to find out. This is one of them from China, cheap POS. That's why I went to that one, because the stuff from China is not very good at all. And the engine for the patio has one of those starters on it too, one of those from China. So most likely I'm going to end up pulling this starter off while I've got it out of a motor, and do the same swap on that. So we'll see. So let's go on ahead and we will see about cleaning this. We're going to clean, I've never done this before. We're going to clean this thing up a little bit before we put it back together. I was debating on putting it in the ultrasonic cleaner and seeing if that would help me clean it up at all. Like I said, I've never done this before. This is my first time, so we're going to try that out. I want to see if, obviously we'd dry it out real good and we'd let it dry before we put the starter back together. But I want to see if we can get this whole thing going again. It needs to be cleaned up some because it's got a whole bunch of dust in it. So let me get you guys put in the stand and we will pull this other starter apart and see what the deal is with it. Got you guys up in the stand. Let's take a look at this starter and see what exactly is going on with it. This one's missing that part 2, like I was saying. I think these are just, they seem to be just bushings. No, they might be bearings. We'll see. And there's that. Let's get this one pulled apart too. I think those are 7/16. Okay, I was wrong. They're 3/8. So let's get them off. There we go. I'm expecting to see a blown up bearing when I open this thing. We're probably going to end up just having to order a rebuild kit for the starter. I was going to order a brand new one from eBay, but the problem with them is, and I've ordered them before, they just don't, these are new from eBay, and they just don't last. So I thought there's got to be a solution to this. And I was going to rebuild my starters, but what's the point in doing that if you can just go on there and buy a new one? Those bolts don't look bad. I might reuse them. Let's see. Let me run back here and turn that radio down real quick. I'm back here and I turned down that radio. Let's go on ahead and get this off of here. It's loose enough to turn with this, but tight enough where I have to use the wrench. There we go. Maybe. I don't want to mix parts. I'm going to reuse those bolts on that starter, so that's why I'm putting them there. Let's see. Oh, that's got a shot bearing in it too. Which side of this is the top? That one. That's weird. So it's just a bushing. It appears that is just a bushing. So we might just have to use this top. I wonder if the brushes are any good. Oh, it's magnets. That's right. That's the bottom. So, okay, it's magnets. I don't remember if those magnets are any good or not. That's neat. So those are magnets. I almost wonder. This one. Yeah. Okay. Let's grab that other case here quick and see if that one does that or not. Tell you what, this case does not want to come off of here. We might just put this turbine in. Yeah, it does. Okay. Turns. So that's cool. Turn. Oh, we gotta replace that, don't we? What's the deal with this one? I think we're supposed to replace that turbine. That's loose. I wonder if tightening that down will solve our issue. Trying to find my 7/16 I had out a second ago. Set it over here somewhere. Okay, so no. So if I was to guess, I would say that if we were to tighten this bottom bolt, we might be able to get this to stay if we don't break the... Maybe. Oh, no, look at that, we can't. I don't know if that pulls on the magnet though, that's the issue. That's the only problem that I am seeing with it right now. We'd have to, well, shit. That's got a good center bearing. I wonder if we could pop that bearing out. This has a good bearing in it. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to pop that bearing out. Alright, this has a good bearing in it. Okay, how do these, what are these on bottom? They go all, do they go on the side or, what do these things on bottom do? Oh, I think they go in the, do these go in here? Yeah, they do. Okay, I see what these do now. They're supposed to be in there, but they popped out for whatever reason. They are spring-loaded, so I guess that's probably why. Can you guys see? I guess that must be why they popped out. Okay, here. Let's get them all back in their spot. If they will go and stay in their spot. Do you guys think we'd be able to get away with using that spline, or should we just use a new one? I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get away with using that one, but we'll use that one. Because this one's got a pin that's supposed to go on there, and this is just easier to use. Let's see if we can get these to use some persuasion to try and get these to go where I want them. I wish those damn springs weren't there, but I'm sure that if I was to get rid of them, I would regret it. Is there a way to unzip my coat a little bit? It is kind of cold out right now. That's why I'm wearing a coat. We had snow last night. It's went from 50s and 60s to 30. Let's see if we get you right there. I'm wondering, you know what I wonder? If we were to grab tape and have the tape hold these down, if we could get it in here, well, then we risk the tape pulling them up. That's the only issue. The spring. What's the bottom of it? Why are we using this bottom anyway? We should be using this one. Oh, that's right, the bearing. See, this one would have the same problem. I'm almost wondering if we could pull that bearing. Does this pop out? I don't think it does. What holds this together? I like this one better than I like that one, but that one's got a better, this one's got good bearings in it, unlike that one. These are magnets, if I am correct. That one's in where we want it. God damn. For those of you wondering why I don't rebuild starters, this is why. Let's see. Come on. So how many of you guys are saying that this thing will never go back together again? Let's see. There we go. We got it. Okay. So, let's not pop that out anymore. So now since we have that in there, we got to tighten that up. And I'm thinking, hopefully, oh, stay tight. There we go, that don't wobble no more. Okay, so now we got to drop. Are we putting this one back? Yeah, we'll put this one back on there. We'll get this guy out of here. We are using the new sides because the new everything has better bearings in it and all that. Is this supposed to... Take a look at this one real quick and see how this one's together. Apparently not. So that's how it is on that one right there. So I almost wonder. Thumb out of there. Drop that down. If this will go over that or not. It appears it don't want to. Shit. Well, I guess we're going to have to use that one then. Unfortunately. I spent all that time trying to put that in there too. I do not want to use that one. Or I don't want to use that. I want to use these. But unfortunately, that's magnetized. So we got to find out where our bolts are. That needs to go in further. Grab my rubber mallet. Went in there and I grabbed my rubber mallet. I'm wondering if there's little, it appears there are little tabs. There is one. Okay, so there are tabs that are supposed to go on there and hold that. I didn't think there were. Let's see, right there. So that's where it needs to be. Let's get this where it needs to be. That right there. So there. It still wobbles. That still wobbles. So that needs to be replaced. That didn't fix it. Let's see. We don't need to use this. That wouldn't fit over for whatever reason. I wonder if that bearing would pop out or not. It didn't want to go over it for whatever reason. I guess we'll bolt it down and we will have to see what the deal is with that. Okay, where are my bolts? Are there not little sheaths in there to hold that? Right. This is the original one, right? Shit. Okay, so apparently we have it in wrong. Let's try. Get this thing back out of here. Trying to find out what we did wrong. I guess I shouldn't have popped down on that just yet. Let's see about lining that up. Like I said, I've never done this before, so don't. There's a first time for everything. There we go. I think we popped it apart. It looked like. Let's see about that. There we go. We got it. So we are looking for where this slides into that hole. Well, actually, should have a flashlight or something in there so we can look. Grab a light here quick. Okay, so a little bit of a ahead in the future situation. I ended up taking that other starter and putting it in the ultrasonic cleaner, the one that we were pulling apart. And I went back to the starter that came off the tractor, and I pulled the top of the starter off. If you guys don't remember how gummy it was to turn, it was CZ and made a lot of noise. I dumped some WD-40 in it, and I sat there and turned it over for a while, and it turns over a lot easier now. And I put some lithium grease on this right here to help it turn better. So now, when I go to engage the starter, hopefully it will work right. Let's find out. Ready? I also took that starter gear from that starter and put it on this starter. So now it's got a better gear on it. And I looked at this one a little bit more. This gear is actually longer than that gear. And as you can see, it's been chewing away at all this right here. So I guess it's a good thing that we took that starter gear off. So I think what we're going to do is put this on the tractor, and when the other one comes out, we'll put it back together and see if we can get it to work or not. So that's what's going on right now. Let me put this on the tractor. We'll try it out. Ultrasonic cleaner just finished up. Let's go on ahead and check this thing out. See how it looks. That looks delicious. Take it up front here quick, blow it all off, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we took that all up front and we blew it out with the air compressor. And I threw it back together just to have more room in here. And I'm looking at it right now, and I don't know if you guys notice it, but the ultrasonic cleaner ripped all our paint off. There's still some right here, which that's actually really cool in a way, because it tells you it did clean it. And it got all the paint out of it. It did clean that up. It did a pretty good job cleaning. Magnets look okay. There's no little pieces in here anymore like it was. It's got a film on it for whatever reason. The other stuff had a film on it. This has a film on it. Not quite sure why, but got all the junk out though. Okay, so I think this was supposed to go in this way, like that. Let's take a look. And here's our little magnets, as you can see. Yes, I do still have the springs. I did not lose them. They're in another container. Try and get these both of these two to come out and play. We are going to see if this little guy decides it wants to work. That is cool. I did not know that you could ultrasonic clean a starter. Only issue with it though is it ripped all my paint off, but that's fine. It needed some paint anyway. These two decided they wanted to be friends. So we gotta separate them. Let's see. Trying not to ruin these springs too much. I do need to be able to use them. There we go. I do not see any screw holes to get that gasket out still. I was really hoping that there would be, or another way to pop that out of there. But I'm going to have to go on ahead and say we're probably just going to leave it in there, unfortunately. Get this all back together. Okay, why won't they? I wish that there was an easy way to get these guys to stay, but there's really not. Okay, so here is what I'm thinking. For those of you who have seen the 100 subscriber special, you'll know I have a lathe. My idea is I grabbed the bearing out of the new one, the bushing, and I stuck it in the lathe, and I've got it in there so it is level. For anybody who is wondering, it is in there flat. I grabbed a size smaller than what it is. What we're gonna do is put this in there, and we're gonna drill this hole just a smidge bigger. I would say maybe 1/1000th bigger. I think I have this locked. There we go. That should unlock it. So that'll go in and drill, as you guys can see. So let's try it, see how it does. Ready? What way do we need to go? It would appear it has decided it wanted to come out and is not level anymore. So we're going to have to do a little bit more screwing with it. Let's see. I had it in there nice and level. Pull it out of gear here fast. Okay, so I figured out what I was doing wrong, and I'm going to show you. What I was doing is on this bushing that I'm cutting out, right here is a thin, this is what I was holding on to. And as you can see, it was starting to chip away. I should have been on this. That's why I was having as many problems as I was. So let's try this again, and this time let's do it right. We're going to grab onto this, and it still wants to be an issue. Let's try that. Now maybe we've got her in there good. Ready? I can't tell. You guys are in my way. Let's try it again so I can see that. Nope, that is not level. It needs to come down some. Let me grab my little hammer. Okay, I am back. Let's see about... I think right there. Right there. I think we've got it just about where we want it. Let's tighten her down a little bit more and make sure. There we go. Okay. It likes to move when I tighten it, so let me check it again. Yep. We have it as level as it is going to get. Let me grab the tool and we will try going at it. Right there. Ready? I think I was going the right way. And there we go. Let me go on ahead and get that out of there, and we will put it and we will test it and see how it does. Okay, a little bit of fast forwarding ahead. I ended up just going up and getting another starter for this. I pulled the one off of the patio engine and stuck it on here, and it kicks over just fine with that. The one that we had put on here ended up seizing up when I tried starting up the motor. For some reason it wouldn't disengage and it got stuck and all that. So I just pulled it off, put this one on it. The other one is in here right now. I do not remember, right there. Starter gear holder came off of it, and I pulled this off of here to check and see what was wrong with it, and I put it back on and I lost my clip, so I had to grab another one and try making something out of it. Starter is still sitting here currently. I have not gone any further than last time you guys have seen it. I am not quite sure how this mess goes together, so I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Probably wait on look for somebody who can do it, or I'm trying to find bearings. I want to put the top, where's the top piece? The top piece needed new bearings. And last time you guys saw we were working on it with the lathe, I could not find the correct bit I needed for it, so that's where we're at on that for right now. 68 is currently sitting here getting ready to be worked on. Keep an eye out for a video. I ordered a new dipstick tube for it, so keep an eye out for a video on that. I have not put that dipstick on yet, but we are getting ready to, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You win some. Sometimes you win some. Sometimes you lose some. And I think for right now, this is kind of a lose. But we got to pull it apart and see how it worked. So I guess it is kind of a win in a couple of cases, but it's really a lose. Well, I think that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. A little bit of some bonus footage here for you guys. I ended up grabbing this. I found out where I put this. I found the belt and the generator works. I tested it. What do you guys think about doing another video on the round fender and possibly putting that stuff on there? As you can see, I have already started messing with it and playing with it to see how it mounts, because I don't quite remember. This is the round fender that's got that starter on it. What do you guys think? Should we do that, or should we just leave it the starter? I kind of think leaving it the starter would be pretty cool, but I really like to have that generator on there for decoration. Well, what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments below, and we will do a vote. Update. I know some of you have seen it, and I know a lot of you are going to say, hey, there's the patio. What are you waiting on for it? Well, this chunk right here that is marked out on the frame needs to be cut in order to get that Kohler to fit. At one point it was a Tecumseh motor that was in there, like what's in the round fender and what used to be in the 68. And I will show you why that frame needs cut right here. As you can see, there is an oil pan that hangs off the bottom of the motor and the flywheel shroud. That needs to be cut for that to work and go into that frame, like what this one. That one has the same thing, and the 73 has the same thing. So that's what we're waiting on right now. Yes, there will be another video coming up on the patio. No, not anytime soon. It will, maybe. It may come out here soon, it may not come out here soon. We will see. So that is the final update. So, okay. What do you guys think on clear coating? How long should I wait before I clear coat anything on the patio? And also, do you know where I could get a red seat and a better hood? This hood I've got, as you can see, is falling apart. I did the seat and the hood just for the looks, so that I have a seat and the hood. But this hood is falling apart, and that seat is painted over a yellow. It's a yellow seat that's been painted red. I have said it a few times, and I have been criticized for doing this. I am not keeping this seat. I don't know how many times I have told people that, But I am not keeping this seat. This seat is going to be swapped for a red garden tractor seat or a red patio seat. I would prefer to do just a garden tractor seat that's red that looks like it, because that's the cheaper option. But until then, I'm going to leave this red seat on it. This hood also is not sticking around. This is going to be changed. I'm on the hunt for a better hood. I have ran across a couple, but for right now, we're going to stick with this one. They do not have, from 69, they do not have, this is the tag for everyone who does not believe me this is a patio. I will have to type it out for you guys. You can't really see it too well because it got painted over, a little bit of paint on it, and I had to clean it up some. But that type number, I can put the type number in and show you guys it is a patio. I had somebody tell me it wasn't a patio. Well, I got proof for you now, it is. Okay, well, enough rambling. That's where we stand right now with the patio. I need to do some work on the manual PTO. Something in there just is not working right. As you can see, it will not disengage. So that's what we're at right now. Other than that, I think we are good. So, okay. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And this is the actual end of the video. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.